AR glasses. Are they still just futuristic toys, or have they finally become the must-have gadget of 2025? For more than a decade, companies have promised us a seamless blend between the digital and the physical world. Imagine walking down a busy street and seeing floating arrows guiding you to your destination. Imagine opening your laptop on a flight and instantly having a movie theater in your field of vision without disturbing anyone else. Imagine having instant translations, live notifications, or even an AI assistant whispering answers in real time, all without reaching into your pocket. That's the dream of augmented reality glasses. But if we're honest, the dream has always seemed out of reach. Early devices promised everything but delivered little. Many were bulky, impractical, or simply didn't solve problems people had in their everyday lives. And yet, the hype has never disappeared. In 2025, that hype is bigger than ever. Tech giants and startups alike are betting billions on AR, claiming that this is the next computing revolution after the smartphone. So the question we're asking today is simple. Are AR glasses finally useful, or are we still chasing science fiction? Introduction to AR in 2025. To understand where we are now, we need to rewind and see how we got here. Augmented reality has been promised to us for over a decade, but the journey has been bumpy. It began in 2013 with the infamous launch of Google Glass. At the time, it felt revolutionary. A tiny floating display in your vision, a camera you could activate with just a voice command, notifications and maps appearing hands-free. It looked like something out of a science fiction movie. But within months, the problems became clear. The device cost $1,500. It had almost no practical apps, and the public hated the idea of hidden cameras in social spaces. Instead of a revolution, it became a punchline, and Google quietly pulled the plug. Next came Microsoft with its HoloLens. This was never meant for everyday consumers. Instead, Microsoft marketed it to enterprises, medical professionals, and engineers. And in those fields, it showed real promise. Surgeons could use it to visualize anatomy in 3D during operations. Architects could overlay blueprints on real buildings. Engineers could collaborate on digital models floating in the air. But the device was heavy, expensive, and not suited for casual use. It proved AR could be powerful, but only in specialized environments. After that came smaller players like XREAL, now rebranded as XREAL. Instead of aiming for holographic perfection, they took a more practical approach. Their glasses acted like portable monitors. Plug them into a phone, a PC, or even a PlayStation, and suddenly you had the equivalent of a huge floating screen in your field of vision. They didn't try to be full AR headsets, but for travelers, gamers, and productivity users, they offered something genuinely useful. And then, in 2024, Apple entered the game with the Vision Pro. Apple didn't market it as AR glasses, but as a spatial computer. It was sleek, futuristic, and packed with the kind of polish only Apple can deliver. Eye tracking, gesture controls, and ultra-sharp displays created one of the most immersive experiences we had ever seen. But it also came with all too familiar problems: short battery life, heaviness, and a price tag of $3,500. Most people couldn't justify buying it, but Apple had successfully reignited interest in AR and set the standard for everyone else. What AR glasses actually do? When people imagine AR glasses, they often picture science fiction. Holograms floating in midair, digital screens on your walls, or video game characters in your living room. And while that future may still be coming, the reality of AR in 2025 is far more grounded. AR glasses today fall into three main categories. The first is display glasses. These act as wearable monitors. You plug them into your phone or computer, and suddenly you have a massive floating display. They don't put interactive holograms in your room, but they solve a real problem: portable, private entertainment. On a flight, you can watch a 120-inch screen without bothering your neighbor. At home, you can game or work with multiple screens without needing extra monitors. They're not flashy, but they're functional. The second category is companion glasses. These are designed to work hand in hand with your smartphone. They don't replace it, they extend it. You might see notifications in your field of view, get navigation arrows while walking, or even see live translations of foreign text. Some models integrate with voice assistants, letting you control music, take calls, or search the web hands-free. They're designed for everyday convenience rather than full immersion. The third category is full AR headsets. These are the closest to the futuristic vision of AR. They overlay interactive 3D objects into your environment. Imagine playing a game where digital creatures crawl across your living room walls, or sitting in a virtual office with multiple floating screens that respond to your eyes and hands. Devices like the Apple Vision Pro and Magic Leap fall into this category. They're the most advanced, but also the most expensive and least practical for casual daily wear. The leaders in 2025. If you're shopping for AR glasses in 2025, 3 names dominate the conversation: XREAL Air 2 Ultra, Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses, and Apple Vision Pro Gen 2. The XREAL Air 2 Ultra is the most practical choice for most people. Lightweight, stylish, and relatively affordable, they look like regular sunglasses, but act like a massive display. Travelers love them because they make flights less boring. Gamers love them because they can game on a giant screen anywhere. Professionals use them for portable multitasking. They don't deliver interactive holograms, but for entertainment and productivity, they're outstanding. Then we have the Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses. They're about lifestyle. They let you take photos and videos hands-free, make calls, listen to music, and even use Meta's AI assistant. The beauty of these glasses is that they look and feel like normal eyewear. They don't scream tech gadget. Instead, they're subtle, stylish, and integrated into daily life. They're more about convenience than revolution. And finally, the Apple Vision Pro Gen 2. Apple listened to criticism from the first generation and refined the experience. The Gen 2 is lighter, more comfortable, and better integrated with Apple's ecosystem. The displays are sharper, the apps are more diverse, and the battery life is slightly improved. It's still expensive, but it's the closest device yet to the futuristic AR we've all imagined. Apple has managed to create a sense of inevitability. Love it or hate it, you know this is where the future is heading. What works? So what's actually good about AR glasses in 2025? The first clear advantage is media consumption. Watching movies, streaming shows, or gaming on a giant virtual screen is one of the most enjoyable experiences AR glasses provide. It's private, immersive, and portable. For frequent travelers, this is reason enough to buy them. The second advantage is productivity. Imagine being in a small hotel room but setting up multiple virtual screens for work. Imagine presenting at a meeting and having your notes floating in front of you, invisible to everyone else. For remote workers, digital nomads, and multitaskers, AR glasses offer a real edge. The third is AI integration. In 2025, AI assistants have become part of daily life, and AR glasses make interacting with them seamless. Instead of pulling out a phone, you can ask your glasses a question and see the answer appear in front of your eyes. Need directions? They appear as arrows guiding you. Need a quick translation? The text changes instantly. It feels futuristic, but also useful. What still doesn't work? But for all the hype, AR glasses in 2025 are still far from perfect. The first problem is battery life. Most models last only 2 to 3 hours of heavy use. Some last even less. For devices meant to be worn all day, this is a major limitation. The second issue is outdoor brightness. Many AR displays simply aren't bright enough to compete with sunlight. Indoors, they look fine, but step outside on a sunny day, and the experience falls apart. Privacy is another problem. People are still uncomfortable with cameras and glasses. Even if the device has a recording light, the idea of being filmed without knowing it makes many uneasy. This social stigma has slowed adoption, just as it did with Google Glass. So who should actually buy AR glasses in 2025? If you're a tech enthusiast, they're worth it. You'll enjoy being on the cutting edge and exploring features before they go mainstream. If you're a traveler, they can make flights, navigation, and translations much easier. If you're a remote worker or creative professional, they can boost your productivity by giving you portable multi-screen setups. The future of AR 2026 and beyond. Looking ahead, the future of AR glasses is promising. By 2026 and beyond, we can expect major improvements. Battery technology will extend usage times. Displays will get brighter and clearer, making them usable in all environments. AI integration will become more powerful, turning AR glasses into true digital assistants. And as competition increases, prices will begin to drop. Long-term, AR glasses could replace smartphones. Instead of looking down at a screen, you'll simply look up and see your apps floating in front of you. Instead of typing, you'll talk. Instead of carrying multiple devices, you'll wear one. That's the vision tech companies are chasing, and while we're not there yet, we're closer than ever. So, where do we stand in 2025? AR glasses are halfway to mainstream. They're not perfect, but they're no longer just futuristic toys. For travelers, gamers, professionals, and tech enthusiasts, they offer real value. For casual users, they're still a few years away from being essential. But one thing is clear, AR is no longer a dream. It's here, it's evolving, and in the next decade, it may become as normal as smartphones. If you're interested in exploring AR glasses, check the description below for my top picks. And if you want to stay ahead of the next big tech wave, make sure you subscribe for more deep dive guides.